All right, what's up, y'all? What's up? This is Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesdays, here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. Thank you for joining me today. Greatly appreciate it. Would like to welcome you to another episode of the Tekken Tag Tournament Bowl Season 2. We are in episode 6, where last week we had Ling Xiaoyu and Yoshimitsu defeat, who were they playing against? Oh, Nina Williams and Forest Law, which is the biggest margin we've had in this tournament thus far. And I told you guys last week we were supposed to find out what is a blowout in bowling. You know, a blowout, by the definition of the sports term, basically means that there's a large margin of score compared to the other team in a massive manner. And you know what's funny? There's really no universal amount in which there's a blowout for bowling. I looked all up online, but the one thing I did come across is most commonly agreed upon is about 50 to 60 points. They say if a team beats you or somebody beats you by 50 to 60 points, that is a pretty big blowout. So will any team do that during this time period within this tournament? I mean, nobody has beaten the team by more than, I think, what was last week's? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm a fact check myself after this video is done. I think it was about 38, 39 points or something like that. So we'll see if that continues, or maybe it'll be a close game. Maybe it'll be a tie. Maybe we'll have the first tie in Tekken Tag Tournament Bowl history. We'll see. But before we get started today, we are going to be bringing into the tournament, we have Paul Phoenix and King versus, oh, wait, did I get the names right? Drawing a blank. Yeah, Paul Phoenix and King. No, I'm sorry, Eddy Gordo and King. And then Paul Phoenix and... Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. This is horrible. This is what happens. Hold on, give me a second. Lord, I'm tripping. Okay. Eddie Gordo and Hworang versus Paul Phoenix and King. Lord help me. This is what happens when you get older. You start to forget stuff. And that fast. Woo. Well, listen, one thing you should not forget is to get your hands on an Olipop. Today, I'm having the classic grape flavor. I have loved grape soda ever since I was a kid, and it has been no different. This is awesome. You won't even notice that this is a healthier version of a grape soda. And I don't know if you can see it, but I didn't show us last video, but look at the calories. Only 45 calories. It has 9 grams worth of fiber, which is 32% of your recommended amount of fiber. And it only has 4 grams of sugar in addition to 4 added grams of sugar, so 8 grams in total. This is an excellent alternative to soda. Olipop, one of my favorite soda alternatives. We're gonna go ahead and take a sip. Well, a couple of sips. So make sure you go ahead and, excuse me, oh my gosh. Go ahead and get this at your Publix if you live in Florida, or you can get it at Walmart, Sprouts, Whole Foods, Target. Many grocery stores have this. And if you know people at Olipop, tell them to sponsor your boy. But let's go ahead and get started. We wasted enough time. Let's do this thing. All right. We got Hworang and Eddie Gordo versus Paul Phoenix and King. Woo! About time I get these names right. Goodness gracious, geez Louise. I don't know what was going on in my brain earlier. I don't know what is going on in my brain today. Maybe it's because I had a long day at work. Who knows? But I tell you one thing I love to see, even though that one has taken a long time to go down, is a strike. We've been starting off with strikes all tournament long. I don't think there's been one team, turns down just a little bit, one team that did not start off with a strike. I could be wrong, but so far most of the teams have started off with strikes, and that's why this tournament has been so unpredictable, because some teams, they start off with strikes and they keep it going in a good manner, and then other teams, they just, you know, don't do as good, right? You think they're going to keep it going all game long, and somehow, some way, they fall apart. But that's the beautiful thing about this series. You never know how each team is going to do. All right, Paul Phoenix goes up and, oh my gosh. Wow, that's not a good way to start off. Only 3 pins, but can King make it up? Let's find out. This might get a spare. And that's exactly what it gets. So both teams start off with a strike and a spare. Let's see what happens with the third round or the third frame. Ooh, a 7-10 split. You know what's funny? We didn't see that last episode. We didn't see any 7-10 splits. And Eddy Gordo, he gets 2 out of the 3. You know I say 2 is better than just 1. Paul Phoenix, he goes for it. And he gets himself a nice little strike. Let me tell you something. Paul is not one to be messed with. So, you know, Hworang and Eddy Gordo really got to step up their game. And the 6-10 split. You go from a 7-10 split to a 6-10 split. That does not look good. And Eddy Gordo, once again, he gets 2 pins. So that's really good. Paul Phoenix sees up the bowl. And he gets a double. Are they trying to put this team away early? I don't know. We're going to find out. Hworang gets another split. This time it's an 8. Oh my gosh. 7-10 split, 6-10 split, 8-10 split. What are the odds of that? Well, you know, the bright side is at least Eddy Gordo is not hitting any gutter balls. But even still, okay, I was about to say, if that would have been 3 strikes, I don't know if they would have came back from that. But so far, things are looking pretty well for King's team. I don't know about Hworang's team. They got a lot of catching up to do. And another split. That is, guys, I kid you not, that has not happened 4 splits in a row. That hasn't happened. And yes, you know, at least Eddy's getting something, but that's not really helping them, you know, especially when Paul's team is making strikes in spares and it makes another strike on top of that. I don't know, guys. The blowout, is it coming true? Did I predict it a little too soon? Maybe, possibly. Okay, good. No split this time. I think Eddy Gordo can make this up. If he can get a spare, maybe there's a slight chance they can come back. Woo! That was a close one. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. That was a super close one. Paul Phoenix, can he get a strike? Another strike on top of that? Oh my gosh! Yo! That was a lucky strike. Wow. I don't know, y'all. I ain't trying to speak things too soon into existence, but it might be GG. It just might be GG, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you because things ain't looking good for Hworang and Eddy. I mean, you know, I've seen stranger things happen, but and they trying to stay in there, but I don't know, y'all. It's looking like GG to me. Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. I think it's GG. I think it's GG. I'm calling it. Yes, you know, Hworang and Eddy are doing a good job of getting spares now, but you guys needed this earlier. You needed this earlier. You can't wait till the last minute. Yeah, it's definitely GG. The question is just by how much. And that's a 4th strike in a row. Like, geez Louise. Oh my gosh. Paul and King, they might just set a new record. They just might. Let's find out. I'm kind of excited about this, but Eddy and Hworang, they're doing their best to at least show a respectable balance. I mean, maybe if they can get a strike on their last one, you know, but it's definitely GG. It's far beyond GG. The most they can get is 146 points. Can he at least get a strike to finish it off? Come on, Hworang. Oh, and he does not. It does not happen. So, Hworang and Eddy Gordo, they end the game with 141 points. I think this is definitely going to be the biggest blowout thus far. And Paul gets 5 strikes in a row. Goodness gracious. This team is not playing around. They said we are in it to win it. Oh, he didn't get... Oh, okay. All right. It's all good. 227. I think they might have broke a record. I think they may have just broke a record. Let's find out. Let's find out. Oh my gosh. They broke a record. 2nd place. That is freaking insane. And I think if they would have had 3 strikes, they probably could have broke the 1st place record. That is freaking insane. And they beat them by well over 100 points. Ladies and gentlemen, if this ain't a blowout, I don't know what it is. That is crazy, y'all. 141 to 247. Woo! And the proof is in the pudding. Let's see. King and Paul Phoenix, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikes. And granted, you know, Hworang and Eddy, they didn't have any gutter balls, but they had 4 splits. And you guys know that splits are really hard to overcome. So we're going to go ahead and put this in for my personal record. And we were literally, wow, that's crazy, y'all. We were literally 19 points. I said, 19 points? I'm sorry. I'm tripping. 22 points away from first place. So with the way Paul and King have been doing, is there a possibility that we can top that at some point? We just might. But listen, you're going to have to tune in for the next episode to find out. This was an amazing episode. Wow, what a blowout. So next week, we'll see what the next 2 teams have to offer. Marcus Frazier and Teachable Tuesdays here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. I love you guys. Hope you have an amazing day. Stay blessed.